Ladies and gentlemen.
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 Can I please have your attention?
Right now, showtime. Are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready, sit back, relax, because it's about time for Chatting with George Noonan. Oh, yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I appreciate it. I'm making my first phone call podcast right here. We're going to call a North Shore legend, if you will. If you're familiar with North Shore beef, you know. If you're not, you're going to get to know Andy Ferg. Let's give him a call right now. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Andy, how you doing?
Good, George. How you doing?
Excellent, excellent. Thanks for giving me the time. I appreciate it.
No problem.
It's my first phone interview, so a little rusty. I didn't know what to do yet, so I just made it up as I went along.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
But we're doing it. I have a number for you, and then I want to ask you a question. The number is 20K, and the question is, when and why did you come up with North Shore beef?
The when is simple. October 14th, 2018.
2 years, huh?
Sunday morning in the bathroom, hungover.
Where all the good ideas come from.
I mean, the why is kind of funny. I mean, it was really started as a joke. I kind of play on the infamous North Shore Eats group where that guy was embezzling restaurants.
Yes. Can we say his name?
So, yeah. Master Bates.
Yes, Greg, for those who don't know. Greg Bates,
Master Bates.
I know someone. So I know someone just like him. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, so he's a dick. I had some experiences with him. I met him once, a complete and total phony. So then he kicked me out of his stupid group. This is before any of the accusations of whatever he did happened. It was kind of when his group was still legit.
Sure.
So he picked me out because I'm me. I'm kind of a dickhead. He was trying to do this best steak tip in the North Shore poll. Oh. And I mean, it's a hotly contested discussion. Not quite like roast beef sandwiches, but it's popular.
Who do you got?
There's a few spots that I think it's Champion's Pub.
Oh, okay.
Personally.
Okay.
But there's other great places. But he was really pushing for another place in Lynn called the Lazy Dog. And Champions was winning by a good margin. He wouldn't end the poll. He wouldn't end it. He just kept on continuing it. And what he was doing was stuffing the ballot for the place in Lynn.
On a Facebook poll. That's fantastic.
Yes. So I'm a complete and total asshole. So I decided to campaign for the place I liked. Sure. Publicly, privately. I was calling him out for his cheating. Whatever. Fuck him. Right. So anyways, long story short, he kicked me out. And that's that summer, and I'm salty about it. And I'm discussing roast beef sandwiches with my friends. We're going back and forth arguing who has the best one. And I'm like, wouldn't it be freaking hilarious if we decided to make a North Shore Beef group? Sounds like Eats. Oh. And it's gonna piss him off because everything pisses that guy off. It's awesome. So, we talked about it on a Friday at work. Sunday morning roll around. Got nothing going on. I'm the first one up. What the hell? I put it up there, and I invite, my friends, and I put zero effort in. I found a picture of a land and sea roast beef that I took on my phone, made it the cover photo, and I invited some people. And it hit, like, hard.
Yeah.
Fast. Like, it went from, me by myself to 200 members that morning, and the discussion was so passionate and so mean and funny and vulgar.
Now, the premise of your group, the premise of your group, so those who don't know, Andy, is you bust balls more than you eat beef. Just to tell the people who don't know.
Yeah, so it's a Facebook group dedicated to a sandwich that's only available pretty much in the North Shore of Massachusetts. There's places, other areas that make it, but generally it's here.
Right.
So it's kind of funny to have such a niche audience in 20,000 people, and all you do is you post this picture and do a review, and if people like it, they sing your praises. If they don't, they attack you personally every which way. It's just like a hurricane.
That's right. I actually put one up, and I knew what I was getting into because I got turned onto it by somebody. I forget who it was, but I did some research. Not research, but I flipped through and I checked everything out. So I like, okay, how can I get my balls busted? Because I don't get up the North Shore that often. So I put in, I think it was Giorgio's in Brockton, which is the closest thing to North Shore beef that there is down here. It's not, but it's the closest. And sure enough,
they do a lot of things close. Yeah.
Yeah, but the people did not disappoint. I had like 100 comments, everyone telling me to shove things up my ass and other places, and it was just hysterical. But you have to have a thick skin. It is. It really is. It's phenomenal.
Well, we have some mottos. One of the guys that helps run the group, he always likes to say that it's thick skin, thin beef can't lose. Play off the Friday Night Lights thing. And
absolutely.
Another of our things is like we're a group. I think I put this in the description. We're a group dedicated to roast beef sandwiches and ball busting.
Yes.
Not necessarily in that order.
Right.
So it's a fun little place. Like it's an escape.
Yes. And if women do it. I saw a girl posted a video today, and you asked her, "Are you my sister?" Like she was just completely.
Well, she looks like me.
That's what it was. She
looks like me. It's crazy.
But she's in on it too. That's great. I love that everybody knows the rules.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is if you're in the group long enough, you get the rhythm of it. It sounds stupid, but because it's just a dumb Facebook group. But there's just if you do it wrong, they're the meanest people you'll ever see. And if you do it right, they'll hug you till you die. It's crazy, the passion.
That's right. It's phenomenal. And I wanted to ask you a couple of. I mean, it's a story. Is that pretty much? I mean, I don't want to cut off the story because you said something.
I guess. I mean, we started it and it blew up and it kept getting bigger. And then all of a sudden, we're at 1,000 members, and I get contacted on the radio, which I've never done before.
Wow.
Fast forward a few months, I'm on the Greg Hill show on AAF.
Wow.
At 6:30 in the morning with roast beef sandwiches for everybody. With LB, which I grew up listening to AAF and was a huge LB guy. I loved him.
Sure.
It's funny. When I was in my early 20s, I used to see LB at a bar in Salem called Scuttlebutts, and he was always shit-faced.
Yeah.
And he one time I was hitting on a girl before I got married. He walks over and takes her.
Just takes her.
Just walks over and says, because he's an ex-Bruin. He can do that.
Sure.
I couldn't do anything about him. Like, oh, well, I guess we're not talking anymore.
You're not going to fight LB.
And walks away. No, I'm around his size, but I've seen him in action. I don't want to.
Yeah, and that's without skates.
He was super nice. But that was the thing. It was like a surreal thing, and all of a sudden now it's 100 members. Now it's 5,000 members. Then AAF hits, and now it's 20,000 members. It's crazy.
20,000 in 2 years is. I mean, I'm no math magician, but that sounds like 1,000 a year. It's pretty good.
Yeah. 10,000.
10,000. See, I told you, I'm not a math magician.
You're definitely not a mathematician. No, definitely not.
Now you have a game. You do it. I think it just wrapped up, but it's Beef Bingo. And
yeah.
Tell me the premise of that.
I mean, that wasn't actually my idea. One of the guys who helps run the group, this guy Brad Goodman, he came up with it. He kind of presented it to us as a joke. I could tell he liked the idea. He didn't want to get his balls busted because even in the group chat, the people who run the group with me, like the moderators, we're pricks to each other too.
Yeah.
It doesn't end. There's no like loyalty. If you have a bad idea, you're getting shit on by the small group.
Sure.
So he brings it up. He goes, "Wouldn't it be hilarious to do something like Beef Bingo?" Ha ha. I'm like, it's a great fucking idea. So we worked on it for a while, and then we figured out we'll do 49 places, 7 rows of 7, and you can hit all 7 spots in 7 days. You win a hooded sweatshirt.
How many people completed it?
Three people banged it out by 11 in the morning.
Wow.
It was the first possible finish.
Jeez.
You could only do one a day, so it was a 7-day competition. 3 guys before 11 in the morning done.
Wow, that's insane. But
completely insane. The people are out of their minds. It's awesome.
that's dedication, though. I'll tell you that. Now, how often is that the first time you did it?
Yeah, first time we've done that. Well, we've done a lot of different competitions. I did this past March Madness of beefing, where we picked 64 places.
Oh,
I picked 64 places. I created regions. I ranked them 1 through 60 in each region. Like, I took it real serious. You know, this is, I'm a huge basketball guy. I love the March Madness tournament. It was freaking canceled this year.
yeah, right.
So I'm making my own.
There you go.
Yeah, I did voting, like basically like on Facebook. You either like or don't. And we ended up, it took like 2 weeks every day. I was losing my mind trying to keep up with it. But we went through 64 places, got it down to the final 2, had a big battle royale for voting. It was funny though, both places. It's kind of a marketing trick by me. I like to add members to the group.
Okay.
I like people. So I encourage places to add votes. Like, add your friends. No, nothing against adding your friends to vote. But once they're in the group, they don't leave.
Right.
The group's hilarious and fun. It's addictive.
Yeah.
So we gained thousands of members from that. It ended up being Athens and Peabody versus Billy's and Wakefield. Athens won, but it was just so funny. I knew the names of the people in those places, their last name. And I can see who invites someone to the group.
Yeah.
So my phone would blow up and it would just keep on saying the names of the owners of those 2 places have invited their entire friend list.
Wow.
And then the kid invited their friends. I'm like, this is incredible. For nothing. There's no real prize. I don't give it. I mean, they won a $20 sweater.
Yeah, right.
The match madness, they didn't win anything.
Yeah. No, it's insane. I'm surprised.
They won a title.
That's nuts. I grew up in Stoneham. I think I might have mentioned that too before, but if I didn't,
Yeah.
and Billy's in Wakefield was always we had Liberty Bell in Stoneham, which was phenomenal at the time. Not the Melrose and the Woburn one, the Stoneham one. And and Billy's in Wakefield was always great. I've heard they've gone down a little bit. Is that the word on the street?
Well, you know what it is? It's tough because you get these old school spots and they do it their way, and their way has worked for 40 years, and they're all rich. So why would they change? Right. The new people show up, and they add more meat. They cook a little less. They dump more sauce on there. They innovate with the times. In places like Billy's and Nixon, Beverly, and Landon C, Bill and Bob's, you're not giving them change. So they're going to keep making the same sandwich. And it's not like they're slow; they're busy. So why would they change for my idiot army, group?
Right. Because it's funny because I mentioned.
I like Billy's a lot. I'm not against Billy's. It's just some of the. I'm not sure if they've off as much as other places have gotten better. If that makes sense.
I think it's the latter. I think you always learn from everything else. I mean, listen. I don't think Billy's is doing the James River.
No, they are.
What is the James River?
James River is a barbecue sauce made in Virginia. Random barbecue sauce that some Greek guy, 40 years ago, decided to dump on a stack of roast beef and put it and sell it. And all of a sudden, it's this. I don't even know. It's like a cult. The James River sauce. There's a place in Medford called Jim's Market. And they don't do beef. They're a sub shop, and they do breakfast. The place is awesome. You go in there, they have gallons and gallons and gallons of James River stacked, like in pallets.
Wow. You
go in there and buy it by the gallon. Every sandwich they make has James River on it. Like, the sauce is this. It's got its own fan following.
That's insane.
And for good reasons. It's freaking delicious.
Now, is that the customized stuff that you're because when you say barbecue sauce to a roast beef place, it's not the same barbecue sauce you're getting at a barbecue place.
No. It's not Sweet Baby Ray's or Casey Master Beef. It's thinner. It's spicier. It's almost not even barbecue sauce. If you consider barbecue sauce, it's not thick.
Right. It
comes out fast. It's weird. I don't know.
But it's delicious.
Yeah, you throw that on a freaking toasted bun with some roast beef, cheese, and mayo, and you're in heaven.
That's a 3-way. No, is that a 3-way? That cheese, sauce, and mayo? Yeah, that's a 3-way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheese, sauce, and mayo, yeah.
See, I get mine with pickles, too, so I guess I'm a little bit out of the...
Oh, Jesus. Come on. Don't tell people that. Should hang up right now.
I wouldn't be surprised. I also wrote down a couple of the new favorites, because when I was having a discussion with the person about the North Shore beefs and before I got in the group, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, Nick's and Beverly, of course, Big Fred's in Salem, Liberty Bell, Royal in East Boston. And she's like, none of those places are good anymore. you're way out of the loop. Get in the group and do some homework. And I've never heard of Tessie's, and I can't wait to go there. I was actually on the way to go there once, and I blew my tire out. Well, there's got to be a better way to say that, but my tire blew out, and I never made it there. I had to go to my destination instead, but I am going to go there in November. Well, actually, November, later on this month, and I've never tried it before. I can't wait to go there. Why does
I love
everyone?
that you're scheduling a beefing. I love that you're scheduling. I got one November 16th, 2021. I'm going to get a beefing.
It's true. I don't get up there that often. So when I do, I have to plan everything. But what makes Tessie so good? Because I know you were there. You were there today, weren't you?
No, I was there a couple of days ago. I did a video. I'm not a huge video guy because I have a face for radio. But I just think I got to my truck and I took a picture. I'm like, this thing is a fucking monster. And if I eat this on camera, it's going to be hilarious because it's going to be in my ears. And so, it's only my second time going there because I don't live near Tewksbury. Tewksbury is like fucking going to the moon.
It really is.
I mean, you could just keep driving forever and die and not get to Tewksbury. I don't think you're ever within an hour of Tewksbury no matter where you are.
No,
you're in Tewksbury. You could still be an hour from Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
So I drove out there. It was a rainy day. I wasn't working. I had nothing to do. I was just fucking taking a ride. So I went out there, I got it, did the video. They put like a half a fucking cow on a sandwich.
I've seen it. It's amazing.
It's you know what if you look at it though, relatively speaking, they're charging what it costs for a super beef at most places for their junior, their smallest size.
Yeah.
So you're basically getting a super beef just on a smaller roll. So it looks absurd. It's a fat stack. It's great for Instagram. Facebook loves it. But I mean, if you can go to a place like Land and Sea in Peabody, which again has gone downhill since what it used to be, but you can get a super from them for $8.
Wow.
So it's $9 for, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all relative based on the price.
Sure.
But it's a lot of meat. It's a good sandwich. Not my favorite, but it's real good. It's up there, top 10 upper echelon place.
What's your favorite?
Zeno's, Ipswich.
Really? See, I had that.
Not even. I used to struggle with this. I didn't like to answer the question either, but because I don't like to play favorites because I know, if I'm the person who runs the group and I say a place is good, I might get accused of getting money from them.
Yeah.
But I keep going to this place over and over again over the years, and every time I get one, it's a perfect size. It's a fat stack, but it's not absurd. It's the flavor is out of control. Like I don't know what these people do to this meat. It's probably just salt and I'm an idiot, but still so it's funny too, is I didn't know this when I first started going there, but the people that own Zeno's used to own Royal and Methuen. That was her father.
Really?
Her uncle owns Nick's in Beverly.
What?
Her other uncle owns Billy's in Wakefield. That's why it's so good, because she's legacy. She's a beef legacy.
Wow. A beef legacy.
So, yeah, they've got this family history. It was funny too, is when we did that Beef Madness, she ended up going up against her uncle's place in Billy's in Wakefield. And Zeno's it's newer, I guess, maybe 8-10 years.
Oh, okay.
Billy's is a 40-year institution, and Billy's has fans. There's people who haven't had a beef in 20 years that still think Billy's is the best ever.
Right.
So this poor lady who is slinging a better beef right now than her uncle, she gets murdered by the fan vote.
Insane.
Because her uncle's adding members, trying to stuff the ballot, and has this following. But what are you going to do? You got 50 years in the business, and you're going to get some fans over the years.
Exactly. It's Billy's has a pretty good location too. It's right on I want to say Main Street or Water Street. Or something.
Right, Melrose. Wakefield.
Yeah, right in the line off of Franklin Street. That's where I would come from. Up Franklin,
you
take
can
a
get
left.
to Billy's very easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like Tessie's, so you can get to Billy's.
Yeah, right. I have to get up there. There's a couple of places I need to go. I used to go to Harrison's in North Andover, but I know. Used to. Bella's. Well,
Bella's is great. I was at Harrison's not too long ago. I think a lot of people are their standards. Not their standards. I don't know what the word is for it. But I'm a wicked beef slut. I like that sandwich. I didn't start the group because I'm a vegetarian.
Right.
So even if it's even like a mediocre North Shore three-way is better than everything else.
Who loves a good three-way? You do, right?
What's that?
Everyone loves a good three-way, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Even the sandwich.
That's right, especially the sandwich.
So I went to Harrison's. It was good. It didn't blow my dick off, but it was tasty.
Right.
They, a little meager on the portion. It wasn't cooked exactly perfect, but it was tasty. They used the right sauce. Their crinkle cut fries, though, holy shit.
Yeah?
Good.
They're not in a bag, I take it.
I would drive to North Andover for those fries right now.
Yeah, you go there to get your fries, then you get Bella's and get the sandwich.
There you go. What a day.
They got to be close. Are they out of the bag for crinkle fries? How do they?
I don't know. If I can crinkle cuts, but probably frozen. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying.
Good oil. They're probably using like beef fat or something, the oil, but whatever they're doing is perfect.
They're doing it right, I guess. Wow.
They're crispy and delicious.
Now, another one I see is Route 110 in Amesbury all the time, which I'm not going to Amesbury. That's way the hell up 495. Screw that. But if I find myself there.
Get there fast in Tewksbury.
Yeah,
110 is awesome.
Is it?
110, yeah. You know what's funny, though? They weren't this heavy hitter of a place 6 months ago. It's almost like they looked at the group and saw an opportunity and, started making much bigger sandwiches, started really caring. Because I think that's what's most important.
Wow.
I think a level of give a shit is probably the most important aspect of making it. If you care about, because it's really simple. The mayo and the cheese and the barbecue sauce aren't homemade. I am those things.
All right.
The bread, you're not making the bread. It's a pan-dosi roll, probably.
Yeah.
So all you're responsible for is one ingredient.
That's right.
And if you do it well, you're a legend. So that's the thing with these places that don't do a good job or are slacking off. It's not our fault you suck.
True.
You stop caring. We're paying attention. Think about this. If you had one job and you cared about it and you know how to do it, obviously they know how to do it. Do it right.
Exactly. Because you see so many different beefs. It's insane. They should all be the same.
Yeah. I mean, I know some places use the bottom round, the top round, and I think Kelly's uses a knuckle for some god-awful reason. But, it's still a cut of meat. I mean, you can buy higher quality, obviously, there's grade, you know that, but slice it thin and it's going to be tasty.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Kelly's. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kelly's sucks.
I always get a cheeseburger there. I like the cheeseburgers. I can't stand the roast beef.
Oh, yeah, no, some of those things are awesome. Best hot dog you can get. But literally the best hot dog out there.
But I will not get a roast beef. I got it once. I'm like, are you kidding me? And it was brown and shiny, like looked like a I don't know. It's just disgusting. I was like, and people they love it. I just can't deal with it.
Thinking about doing a Kelly's video review.
Yeah, that ought to be.
I want to drive to a drive-thru and get a beef and see how fucked up it is.
No,
that whole process to me is funny.
Well, you have to go to Saugus then, right?
I think Saugus. I don't think Danvers has a drive-thru.
Oh, Danvers.
I'm not sure. I haven't been to a Kelly's I think I took my kid to Kelly's when she was young because they had a fish tank.
Say it again. Say that again.
I took my kid to Kelly's to get a hot dog when she was a baby because they have a fish tank in there.
Oh, the one in Saugus, yeah.
And they keep kids' eyes busy.
Yeah, that's true. They'll take your mind off the crappy roast beef you're getting.
Exactly. It's a nasty ass shit to give.
Now you have it's funny because I've seen your merchandise, your shirts, your hats, and who came up with the logo? I mean, the logo is pretty. I mean, what else can you do with a roast beef sandwich? But it's still a great logo.
The roast beef one that looks like an actual roast beef sandwich.
Yes.
So there's a few members of the group with a lot of skills. I don't have these skills. I'm an idea guy. So I contacted a guy named Bill White, who's in the group, real cool, real nice guy. And I said, I have an idea for a logo. Could you draw it for me? He's an actual artist. This guy is very talented. So I gave my idea. I said, make it look like the word beef is inside the meat and whatever. And he made it. It's fucking awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. And
then I got we have that cow, that super cow. I had a buddy of mine who's a tattoo artist draw for me.
I don't think I saw that one.
So if you were to see the new shirts that are out, the ones that are Cobra Kai inspired,
mm-hmm.
The logo, the big logo inside has got a cow we call him Super Three-Way because he's got a belt buckle that says three-way. Nice. And he's basically a Superman with a cow head. It's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
It was our first logo. But
classic.
But again, these are all. I have all these ideas for something, but I can't do it.
Right, I'm that way as well.
I have zero skill or talent when it comes to drawing a design. I just have ideas.
That's it. That's all you need. Get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
And you have a dream.
Ideas and people.
Yeah, that's right. And you have a James River T-shirt also, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the election one I'm wearing right
for
now.
president. Yep. Has that been sold out yet?
Pretty much. There's some odd sizes left. Women's medium, men's medium, which I'm not sure why I bought a men's medium to try to sell to a bunch of fat people.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, buy it for your after picture.
That's right. And I did. I know this is a sore spot in this group, but I have to ask about the top 10 that was just released, which I guess gets released a lot. But
geez. The Boston Magazine abortion.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm
having so much fun tagging them on Instagram. Every post I put on Instagram, they get tagged because that list is the biggest joke I've ever seen in my entire life.
But I do have to defend one, and it's not for North Shore roast beef. It's the All-Star Sandwich Bar, and they don't claim that they do a beef on weck. That's different.
Yeah.
Like, and go ahead.
So I'm not anti any of the places at all.
Except Kelly's.
I'm anti that list being called a North Shore, a roast beef. The way they worded it funny.
Yeah, they did.
They
did.
Boston area roast beef. So it's not technically North Shore, but they still picked a bunch of North Shore places.
Yeah, that would have been
serve
good.
The real thing. So if you're going to pick our places, then you're in my area code. You're in my area. Now I'm responding.
Yeah, that's fair. But
and then because I go to delis all the time that serve roast beef. I don't get it, but I don't.
But
cool. Get your boy's head roast beef. Put it on your friggin' pumpernickel. Fuck off. It's fine.
Right.
But don't start calling it a Boston area. Don't tiptoe around the wording. You're doing a North Shore beef list with places that aren't making the North Shore beef.
Right.
And I'm going to call you on it.
Yeah.
They're getting what they want. All I'm doing is harassing them, getting them views.
That's true.
So it's all working out for them.
That's right. I actually know the guy who owns the All-Star Sandwich Bar. He's a cool guy. That's why I wanted to defend him, because I felt bad because I saw him like, oh, they're listed first too. That's terrible. They're gonna get.
But that's the thing. It's not their fault. No one's fault.
No, I know.
It's the magazine's fault. You made the list. I'll go to All Star Sandwich Bar and get a beef on weck and be probably the happiest person alive.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put in North Shore beefs. I wouldn't ever post it there.
Exactly.
I might post it on Instagram on my own page. Say, oh, this is a nice alternative. If you still want to die of a heart attack, but I have something else on the topping.
Yeah, and it is pretty authentic. My mother lives in Buffalo, and I've had beef on wax out there, and it is pretty authentic in that aspect of it. But I just cringed when I read the article, and I'm like, no, don't be there.
It's funny. I didn't read the article. I skimmed it.
Yeah, so I looked at the names.
I'm not going to spend any time on this. There's nothing you can say below that heading that'll justify this list.
That's right.
In the picture they used, but I'm kind of like I don't know. I'm passionate, I guess.
Yeah,
but I'm
I'd say
a little
so.
too passionate. So I get like upset. I'm yelling at my phone. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? And people think I'm crazy. I'm like, no. I go right. I just go full attack.
Yeah.
And then I share my attack with my friends and followers and whoever else wants to see it. We have a blast.
Right. 2 speeds. That's it.
But that's the game. That's the game. You just have some fun with things and get angry. It's great.
Now, there's also, I don't want to get off the North Shore beef, but there's also a North Shore pizza that I know you're a part of, and I'm a part of as well.
Guys.
So you don't do that as well? That's other people?
No, that's not me. It's funny, though, is when I started the Beefs page, there wasn't a lot of these derivative groups. There was the North Shore Eats and that asshole Bates had a bunch of groups, but there wasn't like independent groups like us. So when North Shore Pizza was being formed, they asked if it was okay. Yeah, sure, go ahead. To me, like I'm somebody.
They actually asked permission. That's funny.
Well, I had a rapport with them. They were good guys. One of the mod or admin of the admin, a guy named Jordan, had bought some shirts from me. So really nice people. Like, but I know that they're using. It sounds like my group's name, but it's not. And I don't care. I don't own North Shore. Do what you want. Have fun. If you made North Shore beefs, we'd have a problem.
That's different. Sure.
You made North Shore pizzas. That's where you live. Cool. Have fun. But they don't even live in the North Shore. They live in like Haverhill.
Is that right?
Yeah, they don't live around here. I think one lives in Salem, New Hampshire.
That's funny.
Like near a lake. He thinks he lives in the North Shore.
I love the people go to New Hampshire to get the roast beefs, and they post it. They have their own New Hampshire beef group.
I started that one recently.
You started that one?
Yeah, I had to put them somewhere. I couldn't have them in my group fucking messing things up. I had to put them in their own little cage.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize that was yours. That's awesome.
Well, you know what it is I had an idea for a shirt, and I wanted to give the New Hampshire people. I went to school for marketing, and I got one of those minds that's always thinking of something. So I decided I'm going to do a shirt that says "Beef Free or Die."
Ooh, I like that.
But you have to have an audience.
True.
So you create New Hampshire beefs.
Oh, wow. So that is yours as well. That's awesome.
All the people from New Hampshire beefs are also in North Shore beefs, but it's funny. You see the crap that comes out of places up in Portsmouth or like in Laconia.
Yeah.
And it would get killed in North Shore beefs, but New Hampshire beefs, it's adjusted. It's graded on a curve, so they're like, oh, that looks all right.
Yeah,
look at us. We're doing okay.
Hey, look at this. We're not that bad. We're close. We're not there.
Worse. Yeah.
You got for the vegetarians, North Shore beets. How about that?
Yeah, North Shore beets. I'll stop that one.
Not a bad idea.
Actually, what's a legit place though? There's a few spots in New Hampshire that do it right because they're North Shore transplants.
Oh.
Place by UNH called JP's is as good as any North Shore beef you can get.
Anybody with initials is great.
Yeah, and then place Nix and Raymond, New Hampshire. It's the same family that owns the Nix and Winthrop.
Oh.
Same guy. So yeah, that guy's doing it. He's doing it right.
You ever been to Beachmont? Speaking of Winthrop, I think it's Winthrop or Revere.
That's Revere.
That's Revere?
I went well after its prime. It used to be the spot, I guess.
Yeah, they called it the Ranch. I don't know why
yeah.
I don't know how they got that name, but probably well deserved.
I mean, I think for good reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I last winter I was bored and I wasn't working, so I took a ride to Revere to go to Peter's Super Beef.
Nice.
And I got a junior, and it was small, kid size. I'm like, this is not enough.
They took
I
junior
like a
literally.
junior beef. I'd like a fat stack junior, not like a $4 piece of shit. So
Yeah.
I looked at I go to my navigation type roast beef, and it said Beachmont, 0.3 miles away.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. It was. It wasn't good. Didn't stack up.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I've been there like a long time ago, and it was actually pretty good. But I'm sure it's been beaten to death by now.
They've changed ownership. The original people are gone. That old game.
Why do people who buy a new place immediately change everything?
No friggin' idea.
But,
I think they think that a bigger, worse menu is better than being good at something.
But it's like you have the blueprint right there. I mean, if you want to change it gradually, fine, make it your own. But those who just everything must go is kind of, I don't know. I never understood that.
I think a lot of places that before they sell, they increase the quantity. They make their sandwich better. They do everything to get the sales up, so they'll be worth more money.
Oh, okay.
And then when the new guy takes over, he sees, holy shit, I got $1 million a week in sales, but I'm not making any money.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's the trade-off. And then you start cutting corners because you want to make your money. But the guy who sold it to you already made his money. Yeah. He's got safes full of cash. He's probably going to jail.
Wow. That's a Whitey Bulger thing going on there.
Well, a lot of those places are cash only.
That's true. You think that's the reason, or is that true?
I mean, I'm just speculating, but I don't know why else should be cash only.
Yeah, because gas stations do that too. I always have to laugh. Where's that cash going?
Yeah, I mean, especially you go to some places, they have a register that was made in 1947, and they're not even touching the buttons.
Right. Yeah.
Hit a button, make me feel better.
Do something.
You just charged me 7% meal tax.
Yeah, at least say ding ding or something.
The button.
Right. Yeah. 7-Eleven guys do that too. I've found, anyways.
Yeah.
So how much longer is this group going to be? Is there an end game for it, or is it just?
I don't know. I mean, I don't see a reason to end it. I think that I'm going to get ended by Zuckerberg, though.
Yeah, you were saying that. I read something about that this morning. I believe.
Yeah, they've been flagging a lot of our stuff. So it didn't happen for the first year and a half, and all of a sudden now every day I get a notification that someone's comment's been removed, going against community standards, which I don't know what those are, which doesn't shock me because my groups are full of animals. But
right.
They've always been animals. They have not gotten worse. They've gotten better, actually. They've calmed down a little bit because we're to throw out the real psychos. So I just feel like there's an end is not my choice.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to pump up the Instagram because it's different. I have control of the whole thing.
Yeah.
as opposed to the group where everyone can post, and there's too many comments, too many posts to police. It's impossible. So I've been taking stuff from the group, my own stuff, popping it on Instagram, trying to make another version that's easily more controlled. So I mean, I'm trying something. If I wake up one day and the group's gone, I'll be beside myself.
Yeah, it's
I'll
weird
have to,
because
get a hobby, start fishing or something.
we don't want that. No shore fish.
No.
The people haven't. That's the thing. All the posts. I mean, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but they're all the same. It's just the same ball busting, the same. They're getting more creative with the terms they want to call you, but which are funny. But I mean, I can't see why now they're starting to crack down on it when it's never really changed. It's just been more creative. I mean, they're not. I mean, I just don't know what. To your point, like, what are they seeing now that they weren't seeing back then? Are there rats?
I don't get it. No, it's not, because it's so I get notified when a post is reported. Someone will tell me now, and I'll kick out the person who reported the post, because we're not rats.
No rats.
So I'll get notified for that. I'll get notified if someone doesn't like something. This is the Facebook police have found something they didn't like.
Oh.
I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a rat. Who the fuck knows?
So
I don't look that deeply into these things.
Yeah. So you think it's someone's...
But I mean, someone could be ratting, but again, if I know these groups don't have a lifetime, they're not up there for a lifetime.
Right.
People lose their group, and it happens for no reason, well, as far as you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a shame, because it is very funny, and again, if you have thin skin, don't even bother. But I mean, the creativity alone, for me, I laugh. I check it, I try to get there once a day, but it's just always something funny to see. Even though it's Tessie's over and over again, I don't even care. It's always...
The picture of the beef's not important. It's the comments section.
It's the comments, right? It's like the Brockton Hub. You got to go for the comments. It's simple.
So we had some issues with people posting some real messed up stuff, like non-beef related stuff about my family, whatever.
Ooh.
So I had to turn... Yeah, I've had a few stalkers over the years. A few obsessed beefers. And I don't get hot chick stalkers. I get fat white dudes. That want to troll my life. Like, whoa, settle down, fella.
The good news is you're being stalked. The bad news is it's by this guy.
I am. Yeah, by that friggin' slob. So I ended up putting, so every post now has to be approved. One of us has to see it, make sure nothing too fucked up's in there.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If you're posting something crazy fucked up, I'm not allowing it through. But what's fun though, what kind of makes the group interesting and breaks the monotony is you allow a bad one on purpose. You allow a rule breaker. Oh. Or what I'll do is so if someone forgets to post a picture, it's attack time. Everyone goes after it.
Right.
What I did recently, which was funny, is that I deleted the picture before I let the post through.
Oh, nice.
Just to screw with the guys who'd get attacked. He's going, I swear it was up there. I swear. No, I didn't see it.
That wasn't there when I saw it. Sorry.
I mean, it was one of the people I know are good and they can take it. I wouldn't do it to some lamb.
Right.
It was a funny guy who's going to fight back and be hilarious. It worked.
Yeah, when the post I didn't learn the abbreviation, so I just told a story and people just went off and they yelled at you for letting it through, and it was phenomenal. I loved every second of it.
Tough.
It really was. It was great.
Funny too. The first comment on the guy's review that I deleted the picture on was me asking where the fuck the picture was.
You hit accept and then what? Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
I accept it. I find it immediately. I fire the first jab. It sets the tone too. Like that girl who posted the video today. Who knows what people are going to say? So the sister thing was a joke, but also just relax, guys. We want to encourage people to do these things, not discourage it.
And somebody asked about I hope that's a fake Batman tattoo. She's like, why would I get a fake tattoo?
Yeah. Yeah, she's fine. I'm actually I got that video sent to me so I can put it on Instagram too.
Oh, that's great.
So, for those people, yeah, because that stuff there it's awesome. People love it, and Instagram doesn't have the algorithm that Facebook does, so it's timeline based. I post it, you follow me, you see it.
Yeah.
Or as opposed to Facebook is tracking your movements and trying to show you political stuff and hate speech and trying to trigger you and keep you online.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Sometimes it's just so ridiculous. It really is. I just it just boggles my mind sometimes. They have nothing better to do. But
oh no, yeah, I just watched that Social Agenda movie the other day, and oh boy, was I taken aback.
Yeah, I never saw it. Is it any good?
It's just sad and scary the way they manipulate us with our information.
Yeah.
The way Facebook just watches your every movement, and they base your news feed on how you are and try to show you things that you will like, so you stay on. Their entire goal is to keep you on as long as possible, so they can keep showing you ads. So that's why your aunt in Louisiana is seeing something different than someone in Boston. It's a totally different timeline.
Yeah. Does it freak you out when you Google which tennis balls are the best, and then all of a sudden you get an advertisement for those tennis balls on Facebook?
No, I love when that happens. That's my favorite. I love when my
great,
phone
right?
is just listening all day long. It's the best.
It's insane. You can't Google anything anymore because you're going to see it in Facebook.
Well, Google's doing the same thing. I couldn't believe it. Google does the exact same thing. They're all in cahoots to steal information from us.
It's brutal. It really is.
I can put a tinfoil hat on right now and go crazy, but I don't want to.
Crazier.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine. It's okay. I'm just passionate.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm excited. I love sandwiches.
Yeah, everyone loves a good sandwich. And I always had this. When I moved down here, the South Shore has the bar pizza, and the North Shore has the roast beef sandwich, and nobody believed me, and I was just like, bar pizza down here is great. It really is. It's just basically it's a small Greek pizza. In all honesty.
No, I love it. I buy the Cape Cod ones frozen. They're awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. But they
I know that's probably blasphemy down there that I'm buying frozen Cape Cod pizza. They don't have the option to not buy the frozen one, so fuck off.
Right. That's why I didn't say a word, because I get it.
It's literally, I just thought it's literally like someone from the South Shore talking about roast beef goes, yeah, no, I go to an Arby's.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No, you definitely don't.
No, you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, no, we got a couple of places up here that do a similar one. But yeah, they look awesome.
Well, we're up north. Up north, like it's Canada.
Monty's in Lynn.
I've been there.
There's a real small thin crust pizza in Chotebridge Pub. Oh, no, sorry, not Chotebridge Pub. Riverview in Ipswich does one that's, I think, like the best pizza in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, a little individual size. I wouldn't call it a small or a large, like a medium. Yeah. Like $9. You can eat one of those for dinner and be happy. Eat two of them, be more happy.
Whenever there's no size, it's just pizza. That's when you know it's good.
They don't serve anything else. Literally nothing. Pizza. And they don't do like buffalo chicken. They don't do white pizza. It's old school pepper, onion, mushroom, kielbasa, sausage, the regular toppings. They're dickheads. They're wicked rude. It's awesome.
That's what you love.
Got like it hasn't been updated since 1960. It looks like it's got panel on the walls.
Right.
They just started taking credit cards like 2 months ago because of the pandemic. They had no choice.
Because there's no cash. No one has cash.
Yeah. No.
That's great.
Cash is dirty. Cash is dirty.
I bet you if I walked into Monty's, it would look the same. I would be like, wow, this is just as I remembered it. It's one of those places.
Unless there's a fire, that place is not changing.
Right. It's under that. It's by that bridge too that always freaked me out. The train.
The train going by over and over.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
When I was a little kid, before cell phones were a thing, I was riding my bike, and I got smoked by a car. I got pinned under the car. Car's driving on the street. UPS driver stopped the driver. I was actually okay. I was on my bike, like the bike turned on its side, so I kind of didn't straight the ground. Anyways, ambulance shows up. I'm like 12. There's no way to get a hold of my mother. I get brought to the hospital to check me out, make sure I'm okay. Cuts and scrapes, nothing bad. I'm there for 3 hours, right? My mother's at Monty's. That's what she was. Why are you there so long? She's having a couple Miller Lights, some pizza. What a day she had. I'm in J.B. Thomas Hospital wheeling around the friggin' morgue with her dead bodies because I'm bored.
Well, she obviously had a better day than you did.
Yeah,
I mean,
much better day.
She won that day. That's good. She's at Monty's.
If it was nowadays, I would have sued the guy and had his car. I didn't even get the guy's information. He just drove off.
the epitome of a hit and run. The exact definition, right?
Yeah, but I was like pinned onto the car. He's driving down the street. I was going for a ride. Someone stopped him. I was in trouble.
I'm just trying to ride my bike to Billy's Roast Beef. Get some,
Yeah, I'm trying to get a goddamn three-way, man.
Right. I mean, come on. That's insane. That's funny. Yeah, no, that's that's awesome. Do you have do you have a Twitter? You don't have a Twitter account, do you? Or do you?
No, I don't. I don't know what Twitter is.
Good. You're better off.
I had a fake Twitter for a minute. I could just tweet at people to fuck with them, but I never actually tweeted something.
That's awesome.
Funny, I used to have all these different avenues to troll people.
Yeah.
But they would never I was never like that guy that would just sit in his basement and really, I just like to throw a jab.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
You're not going to be on the ID channel.
Now, I have this group where I can be myself and still throw those jabs.
Right.
So it's an outlet for my anger, but I'm not like, it's not anger. It's more like I have a joke to tell.
Sure.
I want to say it.
Sure. You need an audience.
And someone needs to hear this joke.
You have 20. You have an audience of 20,000 people. Why wouldn't you tell it?
If you count on Instagram, it's like 24,000.
Oh, nice. Now, where? You may have said it already, but say it again. Where can you be found on Instagram?
Instagram, I think it's North_Shore_Beefs. And you get the North Shore Beefs Facebook page, North Shore Beefs Facebook group. I'm everywhere.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
literally everywhere. I have another page on Instagram where I chug beers and eat other foods.
You should send them to Ridiculousness.
I'm a fucking walking advertisement disaster. I'm like, when I go down at like 45 years old from a heart attack, there's going to be so much evidence as to why. Why did he die? I don't know. Check Instagram.
There's no autopsy. We know why we do that. It's
yeah. We can see the slow decline of his life very very easily.
Here, I'll show you this video that explains everything. Don't worry about it.
When I did a video the other night, the 20,000 member video, I chugged a beer, whatever, and I'm looking at myself, I'm like, fuck, I'm pale. I'm outside all day, every day. My normal job is outside. Why am I so freaking pale?
Wow. You should do a sunscreen commercial. That would be great.
I think I'm dehydrated. Or something. Who knows?
Well, you woke up hungover today, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's Monday.
It's Monday. Why wouldn't you?
Well, you know what it is? I like to do. I like themes.
Yeah.
We do sangria Sunday around here.
Oh.
Where I make a sangria and I pour tons of booze in it and get white girl wasted.
White girl wasted. That's great.
Yeah. I mean,
that's every Sunday? Or is that just now that the Patriots aren't doing well?
Not every Sunday. No, not every Sunday. And I don't do it during the Patriots game. I respect my team. I drink beer during the game.
You have limits. That's good.
I was so disgusted yesterday after that embarrassing loss. I know this is taped ahead of time, so you can't even know which loss I'm talking about. But I was so disgusted that I didn't even watch the 4 o'clock games or the 8 o'clock game. I just started drinking sangria.
Wow.
Watching bad reality TV.
Yeah. No, that was tough. That was definitely tough. It was the Buffalo game for those of you scoring at home.
Yeah, the one when Cam Newton coughed the ball up at the last second.
That hurt.
That was fun.
That really did hurt.
Not to go down a sports road, but I don't know. Have you been a Red Sox fan your whole life, like most of us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so remember the '90s Red Sox never got there. They'd like suck halfway through the season, give you hope in August, and then rip your heart out from your chest.
Oh yeah.
In September. Okay. This Patriots team reminds me of that. And I hope this ages poorly and they're good at this point. But you see them, like, they're giving us hope. They win this game, the season could be salvaged. You beat Buffalo, you beat the Jets next week, all of a sudden you're 500.
You're back in the
one
mix.
game out of the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they're marching down. Cam's going to score. I know he's going to score. All of a sudden, he throws the ball out of his hand. The ball gets punched out of his hands. Like, fuck, it's such a '90s Red Sox thing to happen.
So true. It's a good analogy. But
watching Jody Reed boot a ground ball. Like, no, I can't watch this anymore.
Well, at least he didn't say Bill Buckner. That was good.
No. Bill's fine. I like Bill now. He's not his fault. He shouldn't have been out there. They should have put 86, man. Don't get me started.
Uh-oh.
Bill Buckner should not have been out there. He was supposed to be taken out for defensive purposes.
And even if he got the ball, where was the pitcher?
Yeah, exactly.
No one's covering first.
That game, the Major game. Bill Buckner just got scapegoated because he happened to make the bad play. There was 10 plays before that.
And that was game 6, by the way. They lost game 7. Yes, exactly. Yeah. You know what that reminds me of every time? It's the it's the USA hockey team 1980 when they beat Russia. Yeah. They had to play another game, and they were losing that game. They almost didn't get the goal.
They beat Sweden.
I forget because that's much like the rest of the world. I forgot. You did what?
Yeah, I just watched that movie recently, and it's funny.
Oh, Miracle! Yeah,
one more game.
Yeah, they had one more, and they were hungover. I think, like not hungover, like literally. Well, maybe literally, but you just beat the Russians in one of the biggest upsets ever, and now you got to play these guys, and you're like, it's tough to. I think they started getting going in the second period, if I remember. Maybe I'm off on that, but they came back to win the game. But it was just like, that wasn't the gold medal game at all. But nobody knows.
I mean, it's like 2003 with the Red Sox. They come back down 3-0 to the Yankees, greatest comeback of all time. Now you go for the Cardinals.
Right. Right.
And like you're gonna go play a 7-game series for the World Series after you just like slayed the beast, this dragon that you've been trying to beat forever. And luckily they just buzzsawed the Cardinals and it didn't matter. But I mean,
I did not see that coming. By the way, I would never predicted a sweep ever. But that's
that team was a freaking wagon. That team was a machine. And if you look at the names on the team, like name the starting second baseman for the 2003 Red Sox.
For the 2003.
Yeah.
No, not Marty. Jesus. Bellhorn. Mark Bellhorn. Yes.
Mark Bellhorn. Think about that. Mark Bellhorn, starting second baseman. Bill Miller, starting third baseman. Millar played first. Like this team wasn't even good.
Right. Well, they cowboyed up.
Trot Nixon plays right. That all-star.
Trot Nixon. Yeah. No.
That was but that's the thing with the that Red Sox team was not going to lose, and they didn't, which is nice.
Right. Right. So who's next for the hometown teams?
I don't know. We're in trouble. I mean, I love the Celtics, but they're all fucked up. Their leadership shit. The Bruins are 1,000 years old. Red Sox are going to suck at least for 10 more years. The Patriots, who the hell knows? I think this is it. We had a good 20-year run. I think it's over.
You know what? You really can't be upset about that. Nobody's going to feel bad for it either. I mean, no one's feeling bad for the New England Patriots fans or the Patriots.
There's never been a 20-year run for a city like this ever.
No.
Where every team's won at least once, most multiple times. Well, the Bruins won once, right?
The Bruins won once, Celtics won once, yeah. And then
the Red Sox, yeah. So you get multiples, parades almost every year.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can't complain about that.
No, absolutely not. And that's the thing.
You can bitch about the team today. You just can't. Perspective-wise, we're winning.
Yeah, yeah. I think we've got some in the bank. It's like Dallas. They always go back to the big three. What they win 3 Super Bowls, I think it was.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, we won 6.
Then what?
It's exactly. That's.
And with that talent, the '90s Cowboys, how they only won 3?
I know. I have no. Well, it
was ridiculous.
See, I feel the same way about the Celtics. That they trade Perkins and we lose to L.A. and we should have at least had 2 out of that team.
That Perkins trade pissed me off as much as any trade ever.
That was crap.
If you look at that team, like they didn't need Jeff Green. They needed. I mean, Jeff Green's a good ball player. I like him, but they needed a big, tall guy who's intimidating in the middle that Kevin Garnett trusted on defense. He's also your psycho point guard's best friend.
Right.
Rondo's a freaking snapcase. You can't take his best friend away. They had 3 of the most prolific scorers in the league that all did different things. They were perfectly complementing each other. Their point guard was an awesome passer and didn't want to score, couldn't shoot. And Kendrick could dunk a ball and play defense and look mean.
Yeah, he did look mean.
What the hell else do you want? That guy I loved Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
Love that team. And I get, again, passionate. But I mean, that bench was awesome with Dwayne Posey and Eddie House. Like, that team was great. They were primed to win a couple.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then, boom, they didn't. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. They stepped in their dick.
Nothing worse than that, trust me.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, Myra.
Yeah, me too. That's funny.
I got to be laying down and doing yoga to get that to happen.
And even then, right?
Yeah, exactly. Tearing ACL and breaking up.
That's great. Well, Andy, I'll tell you when this is going to come out. I'll stop the recording and I'll talk to you for a second on the phone. But do you have anything else you want to promote? You've been great. I don't know if you covered it all or not, but is there anything else you want?
I'm good. I got tons of stuff, but I don't need to promote. I'm fine.
No, if you have something, I'll go for it. I'm not trying to cut you off. I was just curious if you...
No, I don't care. I mean, I have a dumb Instagram that I post beers and videos, but I'm not sure I want people to follow that.
Oh, you don't want people? Okay, that's fine.
No, I don't mind people follow. I just don't care if they follow it.
Oh, well, then just say it.
It's a little side piece. It's Andy Ferg Eats Drinks. It's underscores in there somewhere. You'll find me. It's Andy _ Eats _ I don't know, fucking Andy Ferg Eats Drinks. I don't even know how to do it, but it's there somewhere.
It's there somewhere. You'll find it.
Go to Instagram.com, search Andy Ferg Eats and Drinks. I'm sure you'll find me.
And the pictures will be outrageous.
The pictures will be outrageous, but it's a lot of videos. I like to knock a few back and make a video.
It's the best time to do it.
I mean, I think it's hilarious to be drunk on video.
Thank God for people like you, Andy. That's all I can say. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Fantastic. Everybody,
right,
join this group. Don't hang up yet, though. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you, Andy.